Hey guys, thanks for tuning in once again. And if you're new, welcome. Come on in, don't be shy. I'm in the thick of it, as you can see. And as you can hear, I'm out of breath. Daylight is weaning quite quickly. So I'm late getting up here, came straight after work. Let's find a place to set up camp and spend the night. The forecast is, well, this, wet. Right now it's a bit dry, but wet, windy, and cold. I'm on the top of a mountain. Let's get going. This place isn't so bad. It's pretty flat. Well, a little flat. It looks flatter on camera. It's there's maybe a good body size area right here, and that's all I need really. But I think what I'll do now, I put my pack down. I'm gonna do a little reconnaissance around my area, see if there's a better spot. It's a good idea to drop your pack as long as you don't lose it and you don't get lost. I've got some supplies on me, so I should be good. You know, this place is nice, but there's high ground all around it, and I don't like that. I don't like being the center of attention here. So I'm gonna head back to where my pack is and probably set up there on a bit of the high ground. If I was with some people, I would definitely stay here, but not tonight. Okay, I'm having a difficult time deciding, because every place I see it's okay. But I'm gonna make a decision and go to one of these okay places. It's the one good and bad thing about camping on your own is, at least for me, I become indecisive and have a difficult time making a decision, which is what indecisive means. But when you're with people, you can't really just go on the fly as much. You gotta be cognizant of the others, and especially for a guy like me. Oh, that deer's still there. Hello there, mule deer. Good to see you. I guess he heard about his cousin that we got a couple weekends ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. It wasn't me. A decent sign of what a good camp spot might be is if people have camped here before, and it looks like they have. I've got a fire pit ready for me, and a pretty good flat spot, and a good view of the deer who's just staring at me, probably about 50 meters away. It hasn't really moved. Maybe I'm close by to something it likes, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get set up, and then I gotta get firewood quick. I've got maybe an hour tops of sunlight, so let's go. I gotta hurry because it looks like rain might be coming in. Such an old school tent design. I love the MSR design, where you don't put the poles through any material. Instead, you clip the tent to the poles on the outside. So much better. It seems so much easier to set up too. But you know, this tent was fairly cheap, and it's lasted me quite a while. I have taken relatively good care of it, which is always key with your gear. It's always a fun part of setting up the tent is choosing where the entrance is going to be. Let's have it towards you guys. Pretty uneven because of one of these branches, but I'm hoping it'll be kind of like a secondary mattress for me. Because they're just a bunch of essentially little boughs. I don't know what they are, spruce, some sort of evergreen root or bush. Let's get the fly on. Come on, rain. Give me some time here. Just enough time to set up a fire and all that jazz. The fly is always the most frustrating part of putting this tent up. Okay. Yeah, it's about as flat as I'm going to get. Okay, let's set up the bedding real quick here. Let's see if it's relatively flat in here. Well, I've had worse. Oh boy. Here come the clouds. Well, at least I got my shelter up. If anything, I'll just chill here underneath the tent and make do. As you can tell, it's not too cold out, although I am pretty hot from the hike still. I'm not sure what it's supposed to get down to, but this is the risk that I run in late fall in the coastal mountains of British Columbia, is sudden rain. The forecast was a little deceptive. It said sun and clouds. But up here on the mountains, it's a little bit different. Or the weather can be a little bit different than the forecast says. So this is my MEC Creekside 10 Celsius summer bag. I have that coupled with my very expensive Canadian Tire. What is it here? Ventura +4 Celsius sleeping bag. And those together form a very strong bond and create a very warm cocoon. It's cheap and probably not very good quality, but it does the job, does the trick. And that's the key about getting out, is you don't need expensive stuff. Of course, it weighs more and doesn't work as well, but it works. It's good to get up here. Rain or no rain, sunlight or no sunlight. It's always nice to be out with you guys in the woods. Alright, so while I have the opportunity, I'm going to take my trusty saw here and look for some wood. The downside of being on a mountain is that all the dead standing stuff falls down and rots because of all the wind. So it's difficult to find good, solid pieces of wood. But we are in a forest, so I feel like we can find something. Let's go. Well, first thing I'm going to do is find some dry sticks. A necessary, or twigs really, a necessary component to getting a fire going, that's for sure. And these, they were in the rain, but they're also in the wind, so they feel relatively dry. And they're snapping real good, so that's a good sign that they're nice and dry. Dry sticks. Very nice, dry sticks. Come to me. Dry sticks. Nope, that's not dry. Whoa. Even if they're not super dry, if you can get a fire going, like a decent one going, you can kind of just dry out the wood as the fire's burning. But the downside, obviously, when you do that is all the moisture from the wood ends up just making it really smoky and might even put it out. So let's venture some more, huh? Dry sticks. Dry sticks. Dry sticks, where are you? Whoa, check that out. Now what the hell did that? It's just a rock. A huge rock on top of another rock. Is that the work of a glacier? I don't know. A group of Sasquatches? Or is it Sasquatch? A group of Sasquatch. That's it. There's a lot of water sources near my tent and camp. I guess that means there's a lot of water sources everywhere, so I'm hoping this isn't like a common grounds for all sorts of weird, scary animals. I do not want to encounter another animal. Ah, the mother lode. The mother lode. Dry sticks. These aren't dry. These are soaked, but I might be able to burn them. And they sure are snapping pretty good though. Oh, this one's dry. Oh yeah. No, that's rotten. That's rotten. Okay, never mind. Most of this is rotten. I'm still gonna bring it though. You know, there is a lot of this moss here. I wonder if this burns. Feels dry. As long as I get all the, oh, I'm bleeding. Blood. It's a very common occurrence in stick and twig gathering. Yeah, a lot of this is pretty dry. And it's right near my camp, so that's good. Now, if you are, surviving or even just camping for a couple of days, well, more than a couple of days, it's actually good to, while you have the energy, to go further to find your wood and to ignore the stuff around your camp at first, so that when you're lower on energy, you can resort to going to places closer by. But I'm here for one night, so let's feast on the nearby wood. Man, it's unbelievably hard to find good wood here. A lot of it's been raining a lot for the past week. Well, a couple of days. And there's not a whole lot of dead stuff. At least not close by. Let's keep looking. Now this is the mother lode. And not a moment too soon. It's getting dark. Okay, so this stuff, it's okay. It is kind of wet, but it's dead, and I think it would dry out quickly. It's getting dark. I'm gonna shut the camera off, collect wood, and check back with you, and hopefully get a fire going. Okay, so it's a lot darker on camera than it is to me, but it is dark. So I've been trying to get this wood prepared, but it's slim pickings, really. I'm not too confident on getting this fire, getting a sustained fire going, but here it goes. I do have fire starter with me. Just everything is quite damp. So far, so good. Well, got it going for now. I don't have a whole lot of wood, so luckily this stuff is actually not bad. It's pretty dry, and that's hot. One of the keys is, especially when the branches are a bit wet, you just shave off the wet bark, and usually the inside dead wood is quite dry. And if the outside layer isn't dry, just keep shaving down, and eventually you get dry wood. Well, it's been go, 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 and I haven't even really got my dinner prepared. I don't know if I can get it cooking on this fire. I didn't really find enough wood to get some good coals going. I don't know, we'll see. I did get my stove, or I did bring my stove. We'll see. Another trick is to, and it might be obvious, but if you have bigger dead wood, or bigger wet wood, if you get a fire going, just put it next to the fire and it dries out as the fire goes. Which I've got a couple larger sticks or branches doing right now. We'll see how that does. Well, this fire has been going for, I don't know, an hour, 45 minutes or so. So I think it's a 2 thumbs up, maybe a 2 hang loose. A success. Alright, it's time to get dinner prepared. And today, I've got something quite exciting, at least for me. I've got beef, I've got some veggies, onion, mushrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a stir fry. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do it on the fire, because there's quite a bit of ash kicking up, and I don't really want to be eating ash. But let's get it on the pan. Maybe we can get it started. Wind's picking up here. You guys are getting smoked out. I apologize. So we got some beef there. The beef has been marinating overnight with soy sauce and a little bit of spice. We've got green and red peppers in this bag. And those will go on in a bit. And I've got mushrooms. Those will go in with the steak, and onion. And we will cut those before your very eyes. It's it's an entire, oh, half an onion. Sure, that works. Well, let's get this on the fire. We'll monitor how much ash is going out. What I really should have brought is the pot and not this pan, because it's got a lid to it. But let's get it going anyway. I ended up off camera collecting some more wood, and I think it's going to do the trick in terms of being enough to cook this meal. I'm going to get my stir spoon, stick, fork. Ow. Not the most stable platform. Should have brought some oil. The meat's sticking to the pan. That's camping, isn't it? This fire is, I should probably wait till it dies down a bit, hey? I underestimated the power of this fire. Yes, wind. Fan into flame. These little embers. I think we're in business, folks. I don't even need my stove for dinner. I'll save the gas for coffee in the morning. Coffee. I'm really liking this mushroom, onion, and steak mix. You saw it on my last overnighter. I'm hooked. I have it probably 3 times, maybe 4 times a week. Well, not 4 times. 2 or 3 times a week. And it is scrumptious, healthful. I'd like to try this combo with chicken. I just don't like the idea of carrying along raw chicken with all its diseases, or bacteria, I should say. I actually had this combination with some broccoli last night. Probably should have waited for these flames to die down, but whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's hot. I need to get a chair. This crouching is not good. Not good on the knees and the back and the body entirely, or as a whole. I came out right after work. I really wanted to spend a weekend with you guys. It's been a while. It's been I think month or so since I've spent a night with y'all. The call of the wild is real. Oh yeah, this is gonna be so good. I'm gonna even have a little onion right now. Holy cow. There's nothing saying you can't eat right out of the pan. Come on, a little mushroom. There we go. Mushroom. Wow. And hey, let's go for a little bit of carne. Oh, my eyes. Oh my goodness. Yep. In goes the red and green peppers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a meal. Now the way I like to do peppers is to have them a little bit still raw. I don't like them mushy. So you kind of just get them warmed up. And kind of like broccoli, when you start cooking them, they actually get greener or more colorful, and that's when I deem them ready. Oh, my rotted wood platform. Let's get that back. You know, I'm just gonna sit on the wet ground. Why not? I got a change of pants. It's my PJs. You know, I'm just gonna eat as I go here. None of this dinner is ready. Holy crap. Oh. I have a little treat. What is this here? Oh, look. Backcountry Brewing. I swear this was meant to be. It says, limited release, I don't trust men in capes. What's that about? Who cares? It's beer. It's a 4% beer made by Backcountry Brewing. And it says, this ICA, I don't know what an ICA, I know what an IPA is, I don't know what an ISA. Okay. This fire is burning my knees. This ISA was brewed... Wind, go the other way. This ISA was brewed with Vic Secret and Azaka hops. Low ABV and soft mouthfeel makes this ISA super crushable and perfect for the summer. Well, I'm a season off, but whatever. It's nice and cool because it's October. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. And that is good. It's got a hint of grapefruit in it, I think. Some sort of citrusy, yeah, that's grapefruit. This is now my favorite camping meal. Very simple, easy to prepare. The meat was really cheap too. And I feel like given enough time and the right ingredients, you can make any piece of meat taste good as long as it's not rotted. This meat was labeled as stew meat, and it was really cheap. And it didn't have a whole lot of fat on it, so I presume that's why it was pretty cheap. Not a whole lot of that fat flavor, but... And soya sauce is my new favorite, what do you call it? Not tenderizer, but tenderizer, I guess. Finished my dinner. It was thumbs up. And this fire, man, this fire, I've been just putting some scrap wood that I've been finding around. It's all wet, but it doesn't matter. The fire's hot enough that it dries and starts to burn. So it's been going for a while here. Yeah, it's been fabulous. Way better than expected. Oh, and I think it started raining. Very, very softly. Okay, so if it starts to strengthen, we gotta get in the tent, because this camera is not waterproof. We'll see. It's not supposed to rain until way later tonight. It's what time is it? It's 9 o'clock, so. But who knows? We're in the mountains. Forecast isn't always right, is it? But that dinner went down so good. I couldn't even finish it all. I had to throw just a little bit of it, the leftovers in the fire, because I don't want the food lingering. I washed the pan, and so there's no evidence of the food for the animals. For breakfast tomorrow, I got oatmeal, just the classic oatmeal. And what else do I have? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. 2 bags of oatmeal. Yeah, fall is the primo time to be camping, provided there's no elements that you got to deal with. I've been lucky so far. And I stated in my one of my last videos that this place would be covered in snow, at least the mountains would be covered in snow. It's not so. Well, the rain stopped, which is good. It's been about an hour since my last check-in, and the fire is still going. So this doubt and underestimation in myself was unfounded. I can make a damn good fire. Given some fire starter and a lighter and a forest of wood, I can do some good things with a fire. But you know, it's what time is it? I think it's 10:30. So I'm gonna burn the last of this wood and crawl into the tent and probably check back with you there. This has been quite a fabulous little evening here. Thankfully, I found a dead, I don't know what it was, a dead branch over there, a pretty big branch. I thought it was a tree, but then I pulled it up and it was kind of stuck in the ground a little bit. So it had been rotting for a while, but it's burning pretty well. So I'll check back with you in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm in the tent now. Man, this was a good night. The fire was so successful. It's actually still smoldering right now. The rain stopped. I'm expecting more rain tonight. If it comes down pretty hard, I'll turn on the camera and bring you in on the rainfall. But for now, I'm gonna relax in the tent and maybe catch a few Z's. It's pretty late. It's actually 12:30, I think. So I think I'm gonna tuck her in for now. If anything exciting happens, I'll bring you in, but otherwise, have a good night, you guys. Good night. Good night. Good morning. Yeah, the rain's coming. I slept not too bad. But I've been delaying this, but I just need to go and do it. The pack up. Get out of the sleeping bags and pack up. The worst. Especially in the rain. Not looking forward to that, but it's okay. I'm gonna make some coffee. Oh, we just did my tent here and start packing up. I'll check back with you when I'm more awake. I usually don't mind the rain, I'm traveling in it, but it's the packing up that's annoying. Packing up a wet tent and definitely other wet gear. But this rain's pretty strong actually, and it seems like it's strengthening. And the one crappy part is I had to bushwhack to this spot a little bit, so that's when I'm gonna get soaked. It's all part of being one with the woods, I suppose. Coffee's almost ready. Well, the water's almost ready.
Ow. That's gonna leave a mark. I hurt my finger. Well, I was gonna have oatmeal, but I think the coffee will do. I'll grab something on the way home, I guess. Just gonna wait for this to cool down. Yum. Yum, yum. You know what you could do, actually, and what I've done before is put the oatmeal in the coffee. It's kind of silly. It might seem kind of gross, but it's actually quite good. As long as it's not like one of those fruit flavors. Well, coffee's done. It's getting to be that time where I face the rain. Last night that fire lasted for a good 4 or 5 hours. I just kept feeding it with wet wood and it worked out really well. Put a big wet log, or yeah, like a wet log over it, and it even lasted or smoldered a bit longer when it started raining. It's a good trick. Build a little roof of wood. Keep the rain out of the embers. Okay. I gotta do this. This is not gonna be fun. I've gotta pack the camera away. There's no way I can film in this rain. It doesn't seem like this rain's gonna let up anytime soon. In fact, I think it's getting stronger. So, I guess this is it. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, see you guys.